All right, been thinking about this for a while. We get a lot of comments and questions and all that kind of stuff of, kind of like, how do we afford to do what we do without working? Basically savings. There's no other way to say it. Worked hard, blah, blah, blah. We're lucky enough to own everything. You might not believe it, but we own everything. Now, it also got me thinking, is it cheaper to live on the road than to have a house, a rental, or a mortgage? Now, this will be split into a couple of things because there's a couple of things to consider doing this and, having a house and all that kind of stuff. Now, the biggest one to consider is when you're traveling, you definitely can do things a lot cheaper. You definitely learn to budget a lot better. You definitely learn to a bit more planning, forward planning of where you're going to be and what kind of stuff. And this is all depends what you want to do with your life. I 100% think you can live cheaper on the road than you can having a mortgage or a rental house. Especially with a mortgage, you got rates. Depends how much your mortgage is. There's lots of things to consider with this. Now, it all depends on your setup as well. You can definitely do it a lot cheaper than what we've done and what a lot of people have done. You can travel in a bloody, a Toyota 4Runner with a $5,000 camper and live comfortably. It all depends what you want out of this. Now, the reason I'm saying all this is because there's so much to do out there. People get trapped in their little lives. Fair enough. I understand everyone's different. But there's that much out there. There's that much work out there. There's that much to see out there. You don't even need a trade to find a job these days. Everywhere is just absolutely screaming for work. Labourers, TAs. If you've got a mindset to go, I need to make X amount of money so we can live. Now, we're at a $10 campsite. $10. It's unheard of. Yes, it doesn't have the pristine views and whatever else, but it's $10. Now, there's lots to do around this town, and just from doing the little run around that we've had to do, went to a few stops, hardware store, tackle store, and at both shops we went to, they need people. They might not pay the greatest, but for $10 a night, if you do X amount, 3 months, it'll get you 3 months travel, if you know what I mean. You could live really cheap. You definitely know what your bills are, your rego, your insurances, your phone bills. You definitely, when you're traveling and there's no kind of money coming in, like a stable job, you definitely learn to budget better. Where at home, our budget was when the money ran out, we'd work. And as stupid as that sounds, it's kind of how we lived our life. You could definitely do it cheaper. Like, they've got a nice little van, that people next door, 17 foot. I've seen them with bunks. They don't have they've got a D-Max. They've got a little tinny. I'd class that as a budget, and I like that. Then you get to the people that, okay, let's take us for instance. The price of all this is a decent house. Over there they've got a 26-foot van. That's huge. He's got a nice car. He's got a big Silverado. You can definitely, like I said, do it cheaper and live cheaper. The bills don't stop when you're traveling though. The insurances, the regos, the upkeep, the tires, the fuel, nothing changes in that respect. But you don't have the water bill, the power bill, the rates, the rent. You can stay at this place, like I said, for $10 for, I think, a month. A lot of these places are like that. And you can even stay, there's free camps just out of town. Depends how far you want to travel for work. Yeah. We all have breakdowns and stuff. You have breakdowns when you've got a house. You know, the sink shits itself, you got to go and buy a sink. Tire blows. Gas bottle, you need to fill your gas bottle. 100% you can live cheaper on the road than you can by having a house. And you can see whatever you want. You can work when you want. You can work when you want. You can basically do what you want. You know, I don't like the feel of this town, and you can move on. The amount of people that we've met traveling that do that is unreal. They just pull up somewhere for 3 months. There's so many pages of people screaming for work. Now, you don't even need to do what you are qualified in to find a job on the road. If you can make a coffee, you'd basically get a job. Go to the local council. You've definitely got to put yourself out there a lot more than you would being at home. Now, we could 100% continue to travel, just work, and you know, we're comfortable. But unfortunately, we want a bigger van. Now, that's a want. It's definitely not a need. We could live in this for 10 years and be happy. You know, have 2 kids and there's enough room. But we want certain things. So the only way to get that quickly is to go back to work and get it, basically. So that's why we are going back to work. But like I said, if we didn't need that stuff, we could 100% stop, work for 3 months, and then literally have 6 months off and not have to worry about it. We wouldn't move as quick, but just be a nomadic lifestyle of just, hey, wherever the wind blows us, whatever we feel like doing is what we feel like doing. Now, is Beck on the same page as this? You know, she can hear me. She hasn't yelled out, no, I want to go home. It's a different lifestyle living on the road, that's for sure. You meet so many people that you don't even know their name. You know, passing conversation of how you going. You do miss out on things at home. You can always fly home, and we have done once. We've flown home. You know, if you plan this kind of stuff, it wasn't really that expensive. It was $1,500, and we didn't spend any more money at home than we would have staying on the road. It's one way to look at it. You know, we've kind of, I've noticed certain things of my personal life at home that is different to now. Like, I don't talk to as many people as I used to at home. And for that reason is, you know, I'm kind of not there. They don't invite you around just because you're not there anymore. So that you kind of get forgotten about. Not forgotten about, but, you know, put on the back burner. You still talk to them, but you don't talk to them like you used to. You definitely miss having a beer with your close friends, that's for sure. Your family. But you meet so many cool people that you leapfrog, that you see in passing, that go, oh, I seen you here, you know, where have you been? It's a different lifestyle. It's the lifestyle that we want now. Like I said, if we didn't want a new van, we could continue to travel without a doubt. We're in Whyalla at the moment, and there's a mine just down the road, and fucking screaming for people. We could just pack up and shoot off. It's a different lifestyle, but I think it's a better lifestyle. And we'll go in and we'll talk to Beck about this and see what she reckons. It's great for Riley. Riley's had a ball. He doesn't have a clue where we are or what we're doing or anything, but he loves it. He's in the bushes. He's learned to ride a bike. You know, he would have done all this at home too, but I don't think we would have had the time with him that we have now. We spend every minute together. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Okay. So now we've got Beck whispering because Riley's asleep. Now, you've been listening to my videos.
Some of it, yeah.
She does. What's your thoughts on, as a girl perspective, of living on the road?
No, it's good. Different lifestyle. It's better lifestyle, I think. You get to spend time with Riley and watch him grow, and Yeah, no, it's good.
And like we said, there's so much opportunity out there to meet people that you wouldn't normally meet. You're so far out of your comfort zone.
Makes you get out there and talk to people
Does.
because you don't see anyone for, could be days or weeks that you don't see anyone.
And then you meet someone that you've met at a previous campsite. It's, blah, 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 blah. It's, where have you been? What have you done? It's a different world traveling, isn't it?
Yeah.
No,
it's good.
It's crazy. Like I said, so now that we've traveled for, this is 10 months. What's your thoughts? Do you like, we both miss our house. I definitely guarantee we miss our house.
Yeah, the comfort things.
The comfort things, we miss our big
How
couch.
It's easier, I guess.
It is easier. There's lots of things at home you don't have to worry about. You don't have to worry about water. You don't have to worry about power. It's just on tap. Where here, you've got to find water. You've got to empty your dunny. There's highs and lows to everything. Definitely miss my shed. You miss the TV.
No, not the TV.
We miss
little comfort things.
The couch.
Like the washing machine.
Washing machine.
Doing things in a little washing machine.
Like we've got a 3 kilo washing machine. So at home, our weeks worth of washing would be one load in a big machine. But here, it's
Gotta do 5.
5, 6, 7, and it doesn't wash properly. And there's definitely challenges to traveling. A big challenge that I've found traveling is trying to get shit done on the road. If you have a breakdown, you're pretty much at the mercy of people of the town, aren't you? If you want something done, it doesn't really happen.
But it's
quick.
lucky that you're handy, kind of.
Yeah, you need a few skills to what you normally don't have, as such as YouTube fixes everything.
Otherwise, sometimes it'll be a 2-week or 3-week
4-week wait
at a mechanic
to wait for someone to fix your job. So there are certain aspects of that. Are you excited that we're getting a new van and be able to do this full time?
Yeah.
So
be a lot easier, I think.
Getting a bigger van, it's just for comfort, really. We don't need it, but it's comfort. I'll fix that. But it's comfort. See, another thing you've got to fix. It's just a comfort thing. We want a bigger van for pure comfort.
And be easier to have a Jimny, so it's
to run around.
I can run off and do things, or Ryan can go pick up parts. We don't have to everyone get in and go.
And I can go to work, and Beck's got a car, and blah blah blah. Like I said, there's challenges to travelling, like hunting your grey water. We've got a Chinese washing line. You've just got to definitely adapt, don't you?
You make do with what you got.
Definitely make do. You can't just go to the shop and buy something. You definitely improvise and make it work, and that's what traveling is about, improvising and make things work. Like I said, you can cheaper live on the road or more expensive.
I reckon it's cheaper.
It's cheaper, but it can get costly when you break things. Food in remote towns quite expensive, but if you plan it, you're laughing. So
we usually do a big shop at a Woolies or whatever.
Anywhere, yeah.
Make sure we're stocked up for 2 weeks.
A remote trip, because we can get about 2 weeks. So there you have a little bit of an insight to a girl's perspective, a woman's perspective of life on the road. It's definitely a challenge sometimes, and you're in each other's personal space. We've had a few arguments the last couple of days, but just kind of like dumb shit. You just move on and make do, don't you?
Yeah.
I bought you a chair. Shut up.
That's fine.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll probably leave it there. Thanks for watching my little insight to travelling. Get back on the road.
All right.
And we'll catch you next time. And to further on from my post, you get a lot of people saying, you're travelling full time, living the dream. That's the life, blah, 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 blah. There's a lot that people don't tell you and you don't see. The washing that builds up. The jobs that build up. Actuators for the camper. The seats that break. The maintenance that needs to be done. It's the same as living in a house, basically. You've got to clean the barbecue. Otherwise, it's shit. You've got to clean things. I've got all the washing stuff out. I'm ready to wash the truck this afternoon. The camper. Everyone thinks just because you're traveling, the jobs, magically disappear, but no one ever shows you. But they don't stop, and they just keep piling up till you, till you're fucked. You got to pull up for 2 days and fix shit and do your washing and everything else in between. So there's this kind of like massive Instagram versus reality thing. Everyone loves to show you the good stuff and the fucking mint sunsets and the mint sunrises and the, the perfect glass off weather. We've been carting the boat for bloody a year now, and Beck's got it written down of how many times we've actually taken it off and used it, compared to the fish we've caught, compared to kind of everything. And you just think, it's not really living the dream. People see it and just think, they're living the dream. But, there's a lot behind that dream. I'm filling water so Beck can do washing. Then I've got to go and get water so I can wash the truck. Then I've got to fix an airbag leak. It's just never ending, I don't think. But that's the same thing as living at home. You work 9 to 5 and these jobs pile up and pile up and pile up, and then bam, your whole weekend is spent doing jobs and you didn't really do anything. This is basically the same for us. Jobs pile up over a week, bang, you got to sit around for 2 or 3 days, fix shit. It's probably even harder fixing stuff in a little town like we are, because you don't know where to go. There's lots of places and different things, and it's always of where do I go, and you spend half the day driving around trying to find stuff to fix your stuff and all that kind of stuff. So that's how I look at it anyway. It's not all what it seems to be.